Real Madrid has finally won a match in the Club World Cup, and it was a pretty good one, and we got to talk about it, man. Before we get into that, though, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, definitely welcome. We do all Real Madrid here with Madridistas, but we talk about everything football as well. Drop a like, hit that noty bell, and of course, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Real Madrid finally won their first game of the Club World Cup, and it was a pretty good one, man. I'm not going to lie, it was a pretty good one. 3-1. It started off a little shady, though, right? It started off a little shady, of course, because we got a red card like 7 minutes into the game. Raúl Asensio, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's just trying to impress the coach way too much. I don't know what's going on, but it's definitely not the Raúl Asensio that we know, and it's obvious, right? It's obvious, but nevertheless, the team, in a way, this maybe helped the team in a little bit, because obviously it's not ideal, right? It's not ideal to lose a player like that, especially in the 7th minute. And everything you had planned out, game plan, everything that you were just ready to do this game just goes out the window, and then it's chalked. It's chalked. But nevertheless, what happened is that the whole team just played as one team. Now that seems like obviously that should happen, but a lot of times it doesn't. There's a lot of individual qualities in this team, and for a long time we have not been a big team together. It's been just individual here. But today we saw something different, man. We saw players running, defending. We saw players passing the ball, not holding onto it for more than 3, 4, 5 seconds, other than, of course, if you're the attackers. But I saw a team today, man, that really impressed me, especially with the circumstances. Right now, of course, we didn't have the craziest opponent in front of us. Pachuca is not a bad team by any means, man. I mean, they made Courtois do 10 saves. Now, maybe like 4 of those 10 saves were good ones, but nevertheless, man, they made Courtois work. But still, not a bad game. And we're gonna talk about the players, who what I feel about each and every player, ratings and all of that. But quickly, let's just go ahead and kind of go about the game. Of course, the red card at the beginning. Soft red card, in my opinion. I mean, yes, it makes sense. I'm not going to go and complain about it, because I believe it was Rondon. He's smart. He was smart about it. He has that mentality where if he feels any sort of contact, shirt pulling, he knows that automatically that is a punishable offense, and boom, a punishable offense came by that red card. Now, minutes later, man, the game felt a little just scrappy, just back and forth. In Real Madrid, we were fighting together and all that, but we weren't getting that fluidity, which is it makes sense, because we only had 10 players. No matter what team you're going against, if you're going against a team that has a low block already, and then they're low blocking you with one man more, it gets tough. And then these guys were countering us pretty well as well. So it took a while, but eventually, man, that first goal was pretty amazing from Bellingham. It was a nice run. It was a good combination from, I believe, Vinny to Fran Garcia. But nevertheless, Fran Garcia put that pass into the midfield, and Bellingham took it upon himself to take that shot. Beautiful shot, left-footed shot, I believe, and then it went to the far right post. Great goal. And then minutes later, man, that goal that made everything just insane was the combination that we did. It was from one side to the other, from Trent putting it into a dangerous area in the box, Gonzalo laying it off for Arda Güler, and Arda Güler with a beautiful finish. That is the kind of goal that you just wouldn't get if this was an Ancelotti team. Now, obviously, there's a lot of stuff that Ancelotti still has in this team. These guys they have that hardwired in their head. They're not gonna switch it from one day to another. As much as Xabi Alonso wants to do these trainings, I mean, he technically has only had 1 week, but still, it's gonna be tough for Xabi Alonso to actually get his ideas across in a week. So we're still gonna see some Ancelotti stuff. We're still gonna see some things about Ancelotti, but that goal, I can guarantee you that goal was not Ancelotti goal. And then moving over to the second half, man, pretty much like a second half was just another good half for Madrid. A lot of chances back and forth, but again, a very solid team is what I saw. And then, of course, the golazo, man, the golazo, it was a nice ball from Raheem over into the box, and then Fede Valverde pretty much redeems himself right from last game. I mean, yes, he missed the penalty, but you know what? This is what our captain does, man. He fights. I think think Valverde was outstanding this game. Well, we'll talk about that right now, man. Let's get into the player ratings, right? Courtois, in FOTMob, they gave him an 8.8 man of the match. I've seen that, I believe Jude Bellingham got man of the match in the game, so I don't even know who was getting man of the match. Maybe this is just FOTMob's man of the match, right? Nevertheless, Courtois got an 8.8 rating. I give him a solid, honestly, like a solid 9. I mean, all the saves he was doing was insane. There was like 2 or 3 good ones that were very, very good from Courtois. So again, I mean, we got an amazing goalkeeper still, right? Fran Garcia actually surprised me today, man. I like the runs that I'm seeing from Fran Garcia. I like the passings that he's doing, and just the energy that he puts. He's just never stops fighting. He might not be the best out there, but at least he does not stop fighting, and that is worth something, man. So I give Fran Garcia myself, I give him an 8 rating in that game. Asensio, I mean, man, I don't think we can really rate him. I just think that this may be for a different video just for Asensio, but I just think he needs to just get himself a little centered, you know, get his head in the game, just kind of focus on the game. And you know, those fouls, you don't do those right away, man. You got to take the gamble. And Courtois being Courtois, you have the best goalkeeper in the world, man. You got to just try to make the striker uncomfortable. Don't touch him, don't foul him, and let him, if he has to take the shot, obviously you can't touch him to get the red card. Do it and hope that Courtois is going to save you, which a lot of times he will save you. And just move on, man. And if it's a goal, it's early on. You're 7 minutes in the game. It's better than dropping one player and then leaving your team without a player for the whole game. So I think Asensio just needs to kind of get, you know, he is young still, so we got to give him that. Housen, I mean, Housen's gonna get a whole separate video, but nevertheless, man, Housen, insane player, man. The best I have seen, and what we saw in the Nations League from Housen is just exactly what we're seeing today, man. The passings that he does, the way he carries the ball, he does drives into the midfield, man. It's just he's very, very good. The smart, there was a 2-on-1 play in one of the part of the game where they were both attacking him, and there was one player behind him, the player in front of him had the ball, and if he went towards the player in front of him, the player behind him would have been in, but he held it off at the very end, and then boom, he got the tackle, and the play ended there. I just think Housen is just amazing, man. He's definitely going to be our starter. He has to be our starter. The way he carries the ball, I think it is exactly what Xabi Alonso needs in this team. So Housen gets a solid 8, man, 8.5 maybe. Trent Alexander-Arnold starting to look a little bit more comfortable. I like what I'm seeing. Defending wise, obviously he's not the best, but not bad as well. Passing, he was doing great passes. There was some passes here and there that I saw that he was kind of messing up, but I think it's just that nerves, that wanting to do his best, you know what I mean? So I'll give him a solid 7.5, maybe nothing crazy. Tchouaméni, a solid game, nothing crazy about Tchouaméni. He had to convert pretty much to a center back right away, so the whole game plan of him being in the center defensive mid just kind of out the window. But solid at center back for the most part. I give him a 7.5. We're gonna go to Bellingham. Scored an amazing goal. Obviously, it still looks like he's just not the same Bellingham, and obviously he has that big shoulder injury. If there's a clip online where he after the game he took off like one strap and then he took off another strap. So it's obvious that Jude Bellingham just is not playing comfortable. He's not playing freely, and that really affects your game. Nevertheless, he had a pretty good game today. A good amount of drives. He scored a goal. He fought in the midfield. So not a bad game. I'll give him an 8 for that. Arda Güler, pretty good, man. I mean, this guy was just bossing the midfield at times, doing the little 1-2 passes, holding up the play, bringing the passes to the front, and of course, scoring a golazo as well. So I think Arda Güler had a pretty good game. I'll give him an 8.2 rating. Vinny Jr., not the worst game in the world from Vinny Jr. You know, he had some good plays here and there. What I liked the most about Vinny today was the defending, the pressuring, the playing of the ball. Obviously, it's not the best defending. I'm not going to say he's out there like doing the best ever, but he was doing something that we haven't seen in a while. Is just play together as a team. He's trying to get those plays. He's trying to drive forward. He's trying. At least he's trying. Not like the first game where he was literally just standing still. And one part when Jude Bellingham has the ball in the final third, I didn't see that a lot from him today here. So this is a better game from Vinny, not the best game, of course. I'll give him a solid 7.2. Then we go to Gonzalo. Very, very early on assist from Gonzalo, but nevertheless, I think Gonzalo is just shining in this club because this is exactly what the club needed. Think of Gonzalo as like a Benzema, you know, another Benzema type where he's up there trying to score, of course, but he can serve as a player that can feed the balls, hold up the play and feed the balls over to the players, and definitely did that in the first half, and then he came off. But still not a bad game. Solid 7.2 for Gonzalo. Fede Valverde, man, what can we say about Fede Valverde? Definitely redeems himself for the first game. Scores a golazo. Up and down, man. The way he's starting to play with the ball more, I really like this from Fede. I think we needed this from Fede, and just a solid game all around, man. So Fede Valverde, I love what we're seeing, and I'm gonna give him a solid 8. And that's pretty much it, man. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? What is your rating for the club? Our next game is against Salzburg. We have to win it, of course. If we do, we move on to the next round. So let me know, how are you guys feeling about Real Madrid? How are you guys feeling about Xabi Alonso? And without further ado, of course, drop a like in the video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. A la Madrid.